worked in media a long time, it's just all bets are off. There's really
All
very
bets
little
are
loyalty,
off.
so
That's true.
I mean, Rinna could. Look, I've said it 1,000 times on our podcast. They've learned their lessons. They learned their lessons with Real Housewives of New York, with what they did with the OC. They cannot afford. People have nostalgia for these housewives. I mean, again, I want to see, although I'm sure it'll never happen. I mean, I want to see Nene Leakes back. I miss Nene. I mean, I just think they realize now they have a golden goose. Audiences say a bunch of shit on social media, but then they do the opposite. And it's like they said audiences were going to watch New York. It was a complete disaster. They can't afford to mess with it. I think they're probably making so much money off of the ratings of Housewives. I think they're going to keep people at they can.
I've been calling everybody out on YouTube where they comment. It's like, so many people are telling me, even on my Instagram, they will not watch if Rinna is back. And I'm like,
I don't believe it.
If all of you people don't want her back and Beverly Hills comes back and you don't watch, guess what? You might get her fired the year after. You might, because then the ratings are going to be down and advertising dollars are going to be down. If she comes back and you all don't want her there and you all watch, which I agree with you, Sarah, I think most of you are going to watch, then you can't have it both ways, guys. So for everyone who says they're not going to watch if Rinna's back, look, I do believe some of the people. I do. But I agree with you. I think most people will watch to see the train wreck that is behind door number 2. And therefore, if you think Bravo cares about your hostility on Instagram, guys, you got to listen to something they say, because they don't. Right, Sarah?
I wanted to get your thoughts on this. I was just looking online. Do you really think that LVP hasn't watched Beverly Hills or an episode in years and years? Do you think? I don't believe it for 1 second.
That's what she said. No, I also posted, I mean, anything was a big thing. I ran into LVP out here in the Hamptons. Everyone's like, tell us what happened. We kind of touched upon it like a week or 2 or 3 ago, but like, look, I mean, we talked about it in person. Like, she says she hasn't watched. Look, of course, people reach out to her 24/7 saying,
yeah, did you see this? Did you hear this? Your name was mentioned. Yeah.
She says she hasn't watched. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she's writing a book, which, I mean, I think I could reveal that because I hope that's public now. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but she's writing. No, and I don't even think I'm not even so sure it's a Housewives book. Like, here's the thing. Why would you want to go back? Why? I mean, it's money.
She's not gonna. No, I don't think they need the money.
I don't think so.
I think she's going to put her heart and soul. They are anyway. They're trying so much to get people interested in Vanderpump Rules, which you love. I'm going to try to get into it this season.
Last season, the word love is a very strong overstatement. I love Lala Kent, who in the real world has been great to me in this podcast. I don't know about love for anything else after last season. It wasn't great last season at all. And I tried so hard.
I've never watched an episode really full, like from start to finish. I just can't get into it. So you're not bothering me, but I will. I mean, I don't see, and to me, Housewives that is a franchise, Beverly Hills, that I think has just evolved so much. I just don't even think you need Lisa Vanderpump. I know she has huge stands, and maybe we get Vanderpump on a girls' trip or something, but I don't think you need her on how they don't look at the ratings. I mean, they don't need her back. So I don't think she's coming back. But I do think to me, Lisa Vanderpump, I'm sure has watched, because I'm sure she's hate watching to some degree. I would be. I mean,
it's gotta be, she did make a comment like, okay, I haven't watched, but like, justice is served with like the takedown of Rinna.
Yes.
Look, that's the thing. If Rinna, this is where to me, it's like Kyle Richards. Wake the fuck up. She did this to LVP. She did this to Denise. She did this to Yolanda. Okay, maybe producers riled her up, but whatever. But I think if Rinna comes back, like, Kathy Hilton was a big fish. The only fish technically bigger is the OG, Kyle. That would be an epic showdown.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Rinna came for Kathy, but I don't think Rinna was successful in taking Kathy down because in the end, after we speculated, and I'll be the first to admit, I think all my speculation was wrong. I think Kathy had just a rich person meltdown. I don't think she had this gay slur, all these things that were being thrown. I don't think any of that is true now. I think people, if it were true, I think we'd be hearing a lot more about it. I don't think Rinna has been successful. Yolanda did not expect, Yolanda wasn't ready. Kathy has seen it. So Kathy is ready. Denise wasn't ready. Denise did not see it coming. And so, you could tell Denise was stuck in a lie. I mean, there was just that scene where Rinna's like, you're so angry. And Denise is just looking like a deer. And Denise looked like she wanted to get out of there so bad. She had no clue. Kathy doesn't seem scared to me.
Denise looked at her. Well, yeah. And I think Kathy, Kim even did an interview, Kim Richards, where she was like, I think Kim said, second season, beware of the beast, the two-headed beast named Lisa Rinna. Beware, sister dear. So I think, yes, to your point, right. Denise was looking at her when she said you're so angry. She was she basically broke the fourth wall and said, I can't believe you're doing this on TV. Not in so many words. I mean, that's where it's this is on TV, girl. I mean, that is low. But regardless of that, what was I going to say about Kathy? No, and the thing is, two things, and then we'll go and wrap up and we'll do Potomac and everything next time. Somebody slipped into my DMs and I wish that I knew who said this. Because you're right. Whether Kathy used slurs or not, we can talk all day.
We don't have any proof.
Nope. And so it's not the same. Even if you're listening and you're so convinced of it in your heart of hearts, it will go away now because we will never know. Just like we're never, and look at how we've softened on Erica. Okay, most of you haven't, but the collective whole starting to. No one is talking about Erica right now. And so this will blow over. Mind you, you look at Kathy's Instagram, to your point, she is at that children's thing, the same thing, Crystal. I mean, these are real Hollywood royalty functions. Kathy Hilton, despite answering everyone on Instagram and commenting, she is outliving her life. This will not affect her statue. Someone slipped into my DMs and they're like, are we saying? And they were actually clapping for Kathy. I'm just repeating what they said. They said, is Kathy, why is no one saying, is Kathy so rich and so famous and so connected in Hollywood that she's basically just cancel culture? And I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. It's so, because remember when I was texting you and I'm like, cancel culture is over, Sarah, FYI. I mean, Kanye and Sharon Osbourne say it's over too. But I mean, I was like, wow. I was like, if you think about it like that, I mean, again, there is things we haven't seen or heard, but, I don't even want to get into cancel culture because I think the whole thing is just a fucking bunch. I'll say whatever I want. I mean, I don't have hate in my heart, so there's nothing to be said, but I will, support Erica and I will say whatever I want. But I'm like, that's a really interesting thing to say because she's not hurt in the community that she lives in the world.
Yeah, at the end of the day, there's no proof. That's the problem.
Yes.
Nobody. I'm still gonna ride for Kat. There's no proof. I mean, if there was some